What's up everybody, Brandon Johnson here again, and thanks for joining me. Today we're taking a look at the classic old-time tune, Old Joe Clark. This song is actually considered to be one of the most widely known of all the old Southern fiddle tunes, and it became popular during World War I, specifically among Kentucky regiments that were fighting in the Great War. And it's really become part of the standard American songbook. And this is kind of the Doc Watson version, so you'll notice a lot of similarities in his approach to this song melodically with other classic fiddle tunes like Salt Creek, Red-Haired Boy. It's one of my favorites that Doc and Merle performed together. They performed it as a medley. A really, really good song to know and to just have in your repertoire so that if anyone ever busts this out, you can say, Old Joe Clark, I know that tune. So I hope you enjoy this one. Let's check it out. Okay, let's take a look at Old Joe Clark now. So we're starting off here with this really distinct melody kind of on the higher register here. And we're going to start on our ring finger on the 3rd fret B string to open E. And then from here we're going to place our index finger on the 1st fret E. And then we're going to take it off and play open E. Okay, and then from there, we're going to go back to the 3rd fret B, down to the 1st fret B with our index finger, and then we're going to end up on that open B string, which is going to be the end of measure number 1. Okay, and those are all downstrokes, and that's going to give you that really kind of distinct attack that you want for this particular tune. And then you're going to end up on that open B string. That's actually a quarter note, so that's going to ring out for an entire beat. And then that's going to lead us into measure number 2. Okay, looking at measure number 2 now, we're going to start off the same way we did in measure number 1. So there's a little bit of repetition here with this melody. So we're going to play 3rd fret B again to open high E. And then back to that open high E again. And now here in the middle of measure number 2, there's a little bit of a slide up here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a 2-note chord, in this case 2nd fret B, 1st fret B, and we're going to slide that up half a step, or 1 fret. And then you'll just see an up-down on that same little 2-note chord. And I actually like to play this with my middle finger and my ring finger. And if you wanted to, you could slide into this chord with your middle finger and your index finger. And the reason I like to do it this way with my middle finger and my ring finger is because it puts your ring finger back in this 3rd fret B position that we started in. And then you'll see in measure number 3, we're going to be playing kind of that same melody that we played before. Okay, before we look at measure number 3, let's play measures 1 and 2 now, all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's going to lead us into measure number 3. Okay, when we look at measure number 3 now, you'll see, again, we're repeating this kind of common theme here in this melody for Old Joe Clark. And again, we're going to be playing that 3rd fret B to open high E again. all the way down to that open B, just like we did in measure number 1. So it's going to be exactly the same, all downstrokes. And the only real difference here is we have, right at the end of measure number 3 going into measure number 4, we have another kind of little 2-note chord slide up, similar to what we had in measure number 2. And in this case, we're going to be playing 3rd fret G, 2nd fret B. So that's our little 2-note chord that we're going to be sliding up. And we're just going to slide that up 1 fret, kind of like we did before. And that 4th fret G, 3rd fret B position is going to be the beginning of measure number 4. And so really the only thing you got to pay attention to here is the timing of this particular slide up. So it's going to come right at the end of measure number 3. It's almost a pickup, like a 16th note pickup going right into measure number 4. Okay, so when we look at measure number 4 now, we really should look at it with the kind of that little slide that comes out of measure number 3. So we're going to kind of look at measure number 4 with that added in, since the slide is kind of connected to this melody here in measure number 4. And we're going to slide up from the 3rd fret G, 2nd fret B, to 4th fret G, 3rd fret B. That's going to be on a downstroke. And again, I do like to play this with my ring finger and my middle finger, although if it felt more natural, you could play it with your index and your middle finger. That would be fine too. And right there, we're going to play an upstroke on that 3rd fret B while we're holding this little 2-note chord that we slid into. And then we're going to play a downstroke on the 4th fret G. So we're just kind of doing we're just kind of picking out this little 2-note chord that we slid into here. And then right after that, we're going to hit an open B. And we're going to go to 2nd fret G to open with our index finger. And what we're kind of developing here is just a really kind of classic sounding bluegrass turnaround. And so right after that 2nd fret G to open, we're going to place our ring finger on the 4th fret D string, and then we're going to play 2nd fret G to open again. Okay, and that 2nd fret G to open G, that open G right there is on an 8th note. So you're going to let that ring out for just a second. And then what I like to do here is actually place my ring finger back on that 3rd fret B position, and then just simply play an open G, 3rd fret B, open G. And you just kind of let those ring out so it would sound like, kind of like that. And that just adds a little bit of a rhythmic element there to just kind of fill in that gap right at the end of measure number 4. Okay, so let's play measures 3 and 4 now, all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's take a look at the A part now, measures 1 through 4, all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. and that leads us into part B.